afternoon, Mr. Woon.
Afternoon, nice meeting you. What is your name again?
This is Renee.
Renee,
I'm the employee from Tek Experts.
Okay.
And it's my pleasure to meet you and thank you very much for your time to attend this ceremony and my interview as well. So I have totally 10 questions. I know it's loud, but you know, to Chinese, 10 means everything goes perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, so you can choose a topic you would like to choose. So shall we start?
No problem. Yeah, you just have a chat.
Yeah. So the first question is, why is the Ascendas building a great place for companies to set up the organizations?
Actually, as far as our building is concerned, for Ascendas, because with us spending over 25 to 30 years experience in the industry, so we know what our customers want, what their actual needs are.
Yes.
So with our HQ in Singapore, you know, with all their past experience dealing with all these tenants, with all these needs, we also draw on their experience when we built our business park here in Dalian more than about 10 years ago. So more so for Dalian because of the focus, you know, on ITO and BPO.
Yes.
So I think
government is very supportive with it.
Of course, government is always very supportive. So as well, the building on the physical aspects, we always make sure that, you know, there's always a good experience when they spend time working, you know, in the building. So we always make sure that they would have a conducive environment for which they will spend time. You know, just like our office when we moved in about a year ago, we have taken the effort to make sure the design aspect of it actually will fully ensure whoever that spend time working in the office that they will be, you know, able to enjoy the whole environment.
So actually, you just answered my third question. That's what makes Ascendas building different to the other office in this region. Yeah. So.
You mean as in our
so
Dalian business park?
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, location I think is something that's unique. We are sitting on top of the hill. On one hand, you can see that as a challenge because it's not on the same level as the main road. But that again, we are taking it on a more positive side because it's sitting on the top of the hill. We have a good view, you know, to the south with no blockage. You can see the sea. But as far as Ascendas is concerned, you know, we actually know that this location, you know, with the ongoing development, not just given by the local government. You already seen, you know, more than a year ago, the introduction of the Crossway Bridge, and the MRT station will also be operational very soon. You know, so what I'm saying is that for us in our park, our building, why is it so different from the others? Again, like what I said earlier, we have to know the background as to who we are serving, not just the companies, but the company's employees. We have got about 40 people, you know, from my side that spend time, you know, working and living in the park. So we always walk about the park and understand the plus and minuses, you know. Whatever that we know we should be able to do well, we'll do better. Areas that we find it to be lacking, we'll continue to improve on it. I mean, with all this ongoing improvement that we put in, we come to what we are now, we are totally able to differentiate ourselves.
So what's the main reason of the high-tech industry zone? It's the new century in Dalian. It's an attractive place for the companies. What's the reason that here this new technical zone attracted so many companies to invest? What's your opinion on that?
Actually, on that, we are lucky because if you were to look at Dalian as a whole, compared to even first-tier cities like Shanghai and Beijing, you know, what makes us so attractive is also because the language proficiency, language as in Japanese and Koreans, you know. Just for record, you know, every 1,000 population in Shanghai, we got just over one for every 1,000 of the population that can speak Japanese, you know, proficiently. Compared to Beijing, it's actually less than one. But then in Dalian, we actually have more than 5.
Yes.
So that's a big plus for those companies who want to expand to the market in Korea and Japan. They will always tap on this location, who in the past 25 years already has built up, you know, the various talents, you know, that are able to meet with the needs of companies like including Tek Experts.
Yes, totally. So, okay. So, what does the Ascendas building say about your approach to green architecture?
I'm not sure if I understand correctly. I mean, you talk about green building.
Yes,
it is always something that we pay a lot of attention to.
Yeah.
Say for this building 5, you know, where Tek Expert is located, we have secured the certification of this LEED Silver. Similarly for building 1 and 2, even though we didn't get it certified, but the way we build it, the specs are more than enough to at least qualify for LEED Silver as well. So this is something that we believe we will differentiate ourselves, you know, from the fellow competitors. Then again, this is just on the hardware aspect. As to how we differentiate ourselves, we focus a lot on services, the soft part. You know, say for this business park here in Thailand, you know, the services that we provide includes all the events, activities, what they call the regular sports event that we do, you know, including during summertime that we put effort in launching the beer festivals. You know, Thailand people during summertime they like to drink wine, beers, listen to music, you know. So there's something that we focus on to make sure whoever they come to work in the park, they do have the chance to also have a very fun and enjoyable life.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I really enjoy the life in this park.
Good?
Yeah. So next is what does Tek Experts investment in Ascendas say about the company and its approach to employees?
Your tax? No, I don't get what you're trying to say. From Tek Experts' point of view.
So that means. So that means we move into the new building, and is something impact to employees, something like that, some impact.
From Tek Expert point of view.
Sorry, I will pass this question because I don't quite understand this as well.
No,
Sorry
no
for that. So I think you already answered these questions. Is what makes Ascendas a counter of actuation for technology providers? So just you said that's before.
There's something that we can't do without the support from government.
Yes. So how will you sum Tek Experts' journey with Ascendas to date?
Sorry again?
How will you do a summary, if you can, about the Tek Experts' journey with Ascendas? Yeah.
Well, I think we are lucky to be given the chance to attract Tek Experts to our park about 3 years ago. The last 3 years, I must say, is not too long a journey, but it's a fruitful one. We have also seen how Tek Expert has grown from 20 headcounts to close to 100 headcounts. I think understand from your management, you have plans to more than double, or even triple the number in 3 to 5 years time. This is something that gives us, for good or bad, the positive energy, to want to continue to service you, so that your future expansions, is something that we will take care. So I think back to your question about journey, I think it has been a very meaningful and quite a sweet one. Yeah, because in these past 3 years, we also put in a lot of effort in beautifying, fine-tuning, and also at the same time increasing the various amenities, making sure that we optimize our space for us to use it to provide all these activities and events for the use of all this population.
So we are have good starting and improvements and bright good future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we know there's a lot of benefits and events in this park, but what do you have any future plan, like organize more like ceremony or events?
Oh, for future plan, well, we are already, after we launched this Building 5 early this year in April, we are lucky to say that we have achieved quite good results. That has taken us to continue the next phase of development, that is on the eastern side of another building of similar size, which we will be launching very soon. So hopefully it will be put to the market in 2 years' time. This is just on the overall development plan. But as to the whole park, we are actually continually increasing, various increasing structures, additional elements. For example, this maybe on a longer term improvement on the sporting facilities. You also see we have got this outdoor sports hall, including this football field, basketball court. That's something that we will continue to fine tune and upgrade. So that's a shorter term plan that we have in the next 12 to 18 months to further beautify it.
That's so good. So in the future, maybe we will have a swimming pool, something like that.
Oh, maybe that will be quite a challenge. But we actually thought of that. It's something that we would be able to provide, but not directly by the park. But as we all know, at the foothill of the park, there's this indoor swimming pool area that we can always cooperate, on a corporate basis, where whoever that the park populations, can actually go and enjoy, say at a discount basis.
So that's all for my question. Thank you very much for your time. So would you like to say one word to present your congrats, if you would like?
Oh, firstly, that's my pleasure. I think I'm honored to be invited here for this casual chat session. I understand that this is happened to be also your 3rd year anniversary in the park, and what more, I'm so glad to see that you are making a lot of positive progresses to what you are now here in our Building 5. I also understand, there are all these great plans about asking for more space. As I was saying just now, it can be a pressure on my part, but it is something that we will continue to be, looking at a more positive side. So yeah, we will make sure we continue to provide whatever kind of services Tek Experts will need. And yeah, I'll take this chance to wish the team of Tek Experts here in Dalian IT Park all the best, and the best in the year of 2007. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Woon. Thank you very much.